Let's be honest, cleaning sucks. I know a lot of us pretend to love it, but you know, deep down inside, you really just wish you were binge watching that favorite TV show of yours. Well, now you can. This is the Ecovacs Deebot X9 Pro Omni, and it's your new best friend for a much cleaner home while you just sit back and relax. Standard RoboVacs, especially the ones you see all over TikTok nowadays, they hardly work, and honestly, they give a bad name to premium RoboVacs like this one. And if this one doesn't change your mind, I don't know what will. The X9 Pro Omni is the master at both wet and dry cleaning, so you do less as the robot does more, all thanks to multiple innovations that I'll cover in this video, and one of which really impressed me. I always say to myself, what more could they do? And they always do it. First, let's go ahead and cover what comes in the box once you purchase this bad boy. So you do get the RoboVac, obviously. You also get this neat little base station, which has the dirty and clean water baskets that are nicely hidden. You also get a pre-installed dust bag, as well as a little compartment where the floor cleaning solution goes. I also like how the base station itself isn't like ginormous, which means you can just place it around your house and it's not really going to be a big eyesore. So right off the bat, you have everything that you need to get started to clean. And I like that because no one likes to buy more things once you've already bought something. You know what I mean? The biggest downside for most RoboVacs is the suction power is very poor, so it doesn't even do its only job well. Ecovacs thought of that because they implemented their blast technology, which not only improves the suction, but also, more importantly, the airflow, because those two go hand in hand. Now, what this means for you is that the RoboVac will deep clean a whole lot better on carpets compared to other RoboVacs without having any hair being tangled, all thanks to its Zero Tangle 3.0 technology. The comb itself is V-shaped, so all the hair just gets sucked up and it's nearly impossible for it to get tangled. Not only is the main brush anti-tangle, but the side brush is too because of its new single-pronged dual cluster design, which directs hair towards the suction inlet. Even if you have messy cats like me that can't seem to eat like a gentleman, I mean, seriously, how does this happen? You can just use the voice command. Okay, Eco.
Go ahead.
Vacuum the kitchen. And the vacuum will scoot on over to the kitchen and have enough suction to properly clean around the bowls as well as near the baseboards because of its True Edge 2.0 system, which can extend the side brush and the mop. So this RoboVac cleans like it's basically addicted to it. Alright, so what about kitty litter? Cat owners already know the pain and misery when waking up in the morning and seeing the side effects from your cat going to war. Seriously, how does that happen? Well, no worries. You're gonna be left with a kitty litter-free area. So I guess what I'm trying to say is that this blast technology, it's not just a fancy name. It actually does work. Let's talk about another topic that enrages me to the fullest extent. It's when RoboVacs just love to bump into things. What's up with that? Well, not this one. Thanks to its onboard AI and the IV3D 3.0 obstacle avoidance system, try saying that fast 5 times in a row, you won't need to worry about the RoboVac mindlessly bumping into things like a zombie. It will intelligently avoid obstacles and continue to clean around them with great precision, and that's something that I definitely appreciate. I mean, I have USB cords laying around all over my house, and the last thing I want for them is to get tangled. Alright, well, the vacuum sucks good, but how well is the mopping performance of this RoboVac? Well, it's pretty darn incredible because remember that trick I mentioned in the beginning of the video? Well, this RoboVac has a triple lift system, so it can lift the main brush, it can lift the side brush, and it can lift the roller mop. This is super helpful for when the vacuum is transitioning from floors to carpets to avoid getting them wet. But that's not the only trick. The Osmo roller mop also has constant pressure water renewal technology. Again, try saying that fast 5 times in a row. Which incorporates 8 spray nozzles, and with the roller mop spinning at 200 RPM, it ensures not only a great cleaning of the floors, but great self-cleaning as well, so you're not spreading dirt all over unlike those RoboVacs with the spinning mops, which could also leave behind streaks. And no one likes that. The X9 Pro Omni just doesn't have that issue, and since the Osmo Roller Mop extends, it can also get very close to the baseboards to clean all the dust and dirt and debris. Clean floors, clean mop, and streak-free. I give it an A+. Once the RoboVac does all of its cleaning, it will drive back to the base station to empty the dustbin, as well as replacing the dirty water with clean water.
Start charging. About to start auto empty. You may hear slight airflow sound due to the strong suction power, but don't worry, it's all part of the process.
Then once that's done, the base station will start to clean the roller mop yet again, and once it's done doing that, it will actually start to hot air dry it so mold and other bacteria won't form. The app that it comes with is super easy to use, and you can use it to rename the rooms so you can better use the voice commands, as well as telling the RoboVac which areas to avoid, which areas to only vacuum, and which areas to mop and vacuum. Or you can just kind of let the RoboVac kind of figure it out on its own because of its built-in AI. It can actually detect if it's on carpet or if it's on like hard wooden floors or tile or anything like that. So it kind of already knows when to activate the mop and when not to. Now, if your carpets are really high and you need even more suction power, you can also use the app for that and increase it that way. Now, this will obviously create more noise and drain the battery faster, but for what it's worth, I found the standard setting to be pretty good for the carpets that I have around my home. Speaking of battery life, I'm actually pretty darn impressed. It managed to clean my entire 2-bedroom apartment in one go, so it didn't even need to recharge, and that was with vacuuming and mopping. Now, look, don't get me wrong. If you live in a 20,000 square foot mansion, by the way, if you do, you probably have cleaning people instead of a RoboVac. But if you have a RoboVac, and this one particularly, it probably won't clean your entire 20,000 square foot mansion. So what it will do is if the battery is running low, it'll go back to the base station, charge up a little bit, and then it'll actually go and start cleaning from where it left off at. So you're not really missing anything. Honestly, I see a huge improvement with RoboVacs. Like, it seems like they improve so much year over year, like recently compared to a few years ago. Like, they weren't really all that good back then, but now it's like a legitimate, like, viable option for a cleaner home. It vacuums great, mops great, stays clean thanks to the water renewal technology, and it's always ready to pick up after your kids or cat. Now, if you guys are interested in learning more about this RoboVac, I'll have a link down below in the video description. And if you have any questions, by the way, feel free to leave them down in the comments below, and I'll try to answer as many of you as I can. And if you guys enjoyed today's video, definitely leave that like. And if you're new here and you like no BS tech videos, definitely subscribe. As always, this was Mark for Mark's Tech. Adios.